We're gonna just talk through really quick about the Tarzan costume just so you can see it, and then we have the written directions in the thing too. So you're gonna start with the neck piece, or you can start wherever you want, but that's the first of the directions. So this is the center line that comes up. Some of them are sewn, some of them have the safety pin right there, but about an inch to the left of where that centerpiece is, you're gonna first tack on these one little rainbow bunch, and then closest to the neck, one little red flower, and then one little yellow flower. And that's the only thing you're gonna have to do with the neck at this time. The red straps we're gonna adjust later, so don't touch anything and don't cut anything extra off any of these red straps. We'll stone them later and they'll adjust them, but just leave those for now. The body, so on the top and the bottom of the body, we're gonna be doing those teeny black sequins. So anywhere that you see black on here, you're gonna want to fill in on the top or bottom with that black sequins. The only thing I'll say is on the bottom here, try not to do it on the very edge because it'll cut them on the bottom. So try and keep it on the actual costume, but that's gonna be on the top and the bottom with the little things, the little sequins. Then this flower chunk on the bottom of the skirt, make sure you have it in the front of the skirt, and you'll be able to tell because obviously the back of the trunks, they'll have a name in it and they'll be bigger than the front. So I want you to try and kind of lay them flat like that, and you'll notice on the left hand side there's a seam. So I want you to come all the way over, you can see that seam right there, all the way over, and you're gonna put the yellow, big yellow flower on that seam. The next thing I did was tack down 2 of those little rainbow bunches right next to each other. And then on top of the bunches, you're gonna do the medium orange and then the big red on the bottom. And then right next to it is gonna be the medium yellow. So you can obviously tell the difference in the size in the big and the little. So you want them to be really close together, and then you want them to, to be like one big bunch with these in the center. So that's for the skirt. Then for the leaves, I'm trying to find the ones that are sequenced. I want you to start, you're gonna get light green sequence and then you're gonna get dark green sequence. So there's a difference between the colors. You're gonna wanna start at the bottom and just put 1 at the very tip and then work your way up kind of like a pyramid. So 2 and then 3 and then 4. It won't be perfect all the way up, but just try and get them close together. You'll see this one's a little bit closer than this one. It doesn't matter all that much, but just try and get them as close together without being, the whole thing covered. You still wanna see some fabric underneath. So you're gonna do that all the way up to the top. And obviously you can see there's some space that it's gonna be hard to get in there, and that's okay. Another tip for this I put on there is that you're gonna wanna stretch this flat and pin it over probably a cork board. Most people do, or if you have another way, that's fine. But you're gonna wanna, especially up here, stretch it flat to be able to get them in there, because if you put it on when it's all wrinkly, they're gonna pop off. So that's it for the leaves. And then for the armbands, that's this little guy. The first thing I did, and I glued these all on with E6000 glue. I wouldn't glue with just gem tack. If you want to tack them, you can, but otherwise the E6000 works really well if you use enough. So you're gonna start from one side, you're gonna go dark green, light green, dark green, light green, dark green. Let that dry. Before you do that, actually you should have 2 things of Velcro in there as well. So just make sure that when their name should be written on the inside, so you know what the inside is, when you fold it together, that obviously it's gonna touch. So you're gonna have Velcro on one side is the inside, and then on the outside, so that when it combines, it'll go together. So you're gonna wanna put your Velcros on, glue these on, and then flip it over. First thing you're gonna wanna do is put on these little bunches, and it's in the picture so you'll be able to see it better. But one bunch is gonna go between, they're gonna split. So here's the center green leaf, 1 on this side and 1 on this side of the center green leaf. Glue those down. Next, you're gonna glue down the 3 silver, shiny kind of ones. So one's gonna go in the middle right on the green, and then 1 over here and 1 over here. Then you're gonna put the orange one on the left, and it's the same on both of the armbands. So it's gonna go orange in the left, yellow, and then red. And the only other thing is when you're gonna wanna get them close enough to where if you open it up, see they're still touching. So if you spread them out, when you open them, they're gonna be apart, and we don't want that. We want it to be together when it's on their arm around. So that's it for the armbands. Then the leg bands, these are a little bit trickier. These long pieces should be labeled inside outside with an I and an O, T and B for the top and the bottom. All of yours, some of them ended up sewn together. If they did, Merry Christmas. We were trying a bunch of different things, but If not, they're gonna be pinned, and you're gonna have to go through and tack where each pin is. So you're gonna have to tack through here, here, all of the points where those pins are on both of these. So then you should be able to take the pins out. Then the only thing that's gonna be different you can see is this one would be on the right leg over here. So you're gonna want on the top loop here, the first thing you're gonna put down is that bunch right there. So the one bunch is gonna go right below where they meet on the top. Then the green leaf, you want to go to the outside. So if it's on the leg this way, it's gonna be facing the outside of the leg if my leg is going through here. The orange is in front and the red is in the back. And then you're gonna repeat that same thing down. On the third one, you're gonna do the same bunch, the leaf in the same direction, but just one yellow. So it's gonna be the same thing over here, except for the fact that you can see the leaf is behind, so it's going this way. So I don't want you to do them both the same, if that makes sense. Then the orange and the red. And then same thing down here. You're gonna put the bunch and the leaf going to the back of the leg with the yellow. And I think that's it. Let us know if you have questions. Otherwise, there's pictures and stuff in here for you to reference. But let us know. Thanks.